Alright, this is a walkthrough for lab number 20. This is a Java lab, so if you have difficulty, then I hope you're watching this lab. I'm essentially going to do the lab, and it's up for you to make your observations and fill the lab out. So we're supposed to open the lab. It's going to look like this guy right over here. And the very first thing we're supposed to do is fill this thing up to the brim with water, and we're supposed to check on some boxes. So that's what I've done right over here. Now we're going to mess around with the pressure control meter, and we want to determine the pressure at the ground. Next thing we're going to do is I want you to think about atmospheric pressure, and I'll kind of show you what we're supposed to see with that. So here I have my pressure o-meter, and I've dragged it down to the ground, so you should be recording this pressure. It's 101.3 kilopascals, about where you would expect it. And to think about the pressure of the atmosphere, if we go up like this, that should help you answer the question of where the pressure is the least. We can totally turn the atmosphere off, and the pressure is going to go away because we really don't have any stuff pushing down on us. Now what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to take a look at the pressure in these various scenarios, A, B, C, and D. And I'm just going to go ahead and pop open A, B, C, D, and then I'll pop up E, G, and F because there's only, I think, 4 pressure sensors. So I'll pop back up to the lab right here, and I'll put them in there for this particular setup. So first I'll fill this guy up, and I'll pop to A, B, C, D in just a second. Alright, and now I've populated A, B, C, and D, so you might want to pay attention to those guys right there. And in just a second, I'll pop open the remaining points. And these are the remaining points. The takeaway from this is the shape does not matter. The only thing that matters is the depth. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a look at fluid flow. So we're going to click on the Flow tab, and we're going to mess around with something called the volume flow rate. Just a hint, make sure you pay attention to units as you do this. We're going to select the flux meter option, and we're going to mess around with the area such that we have area of 10, 7.5, 5, 2.5, and 1 square meter, and pay attention to the speed of the water. Then what you're going to do is you're going to multiply out the area times the speed and fill out this table. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. The rest of this lab is some practice using the area times the speed is equal to the area times the speed, essentially saying the flow rate is a constant. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the Flow tab, and what we can kind of do is you can kind of see what I'm doing is I'm messing around with this, and I don't know about you, but it looks like it's slowing down as we do that. We're interested in the flux meter, and I'll go ahead and put the speed of this stuff right over there, and I'm just going to, well, I've already got the 7.5 square meter guy, so I'm going to go up to 10 square meters. You can record that area and that speed. I'll go back down to 7.5 right here, so record that area and that speed. I'm going to go down to 5 and go ahead and record that area and that speed. I'm going to go down to 2.5, so record that area and that speed. And lastly, I'm going to go down to 1 square meter, and you can record that area and that speed. That should let you fill out this table, and I'll leave the rest of the lab for you.